This is John W. Whitehead, author of Battlefield America, The War on the American People, bringing you a message about the state of our nation. As I detail in my book, Battlefield America, The War on the American People, there's something going on in this country that I consider quite dangerous, and many commentators are also seeing something that's quite disturbing. As we are seeing military exercises carried out in the United States, the Jade Helm exercises, which are being conducted in Texas, part of Utah, Southern California, where the military, working with the local police, is creating so-called hostile territories, where the so-called people that they're fighting, enemy combatants or extremists or terrorists, are the American people, anticipating some kind of resistance or uprising in America. Believe it or not, the Department of Defense has its Minerva Research Initiative, where they work with a number of universities and they're trying to create a study on how to put down so-called social uprisings. Studying the word social uprisings in the reports, I noticed something that was a little disturbing. A social uprising to the people running the United States government now is free speech activity. Martin Luther King, for example, would have been studied under this study to show how maybe they could have stopped what this great American was doing. But these exercises are not new. Under the Reagan administration, back in the 1980s, the American government was running exercises in various parts of the country called Rex 84. Same goal, anticipating a possible uprising in the United States. We're dealing with an institution that is composed of a lot of paranoid people. Let me give you a few examples. Why in the world would the Department of Homeland Security contract, not buy them up off of some foreign market, but contract to actually purchase 1.6 million hollow point bullets? Hollow point bullets explode on contact. They violate international law. But we have agents in the United States running around with hollow point bullets. The average Department of Homeland Security trooper, if you want to call them that, or government agency on American soil, has 3 times the amount of ammunition that a foot soldier in Afghanistan has. The Social Security Administration purchased, they said, almost 200,000 hollow point bullets. In a press release, they stated, to be passed out to 41 locations across America. Who's carrying these bullets around America? It has to be a little bit scary, folks. All the major federal agencies have SWAT teams. The IRS, the Department of Education actually does SWAT team raids for overdue loans. 80,000 SWAT team raids now occurring across the United States in America, where black-clad troopers, some people might call them police, are crashing through doors. American citizens are getting shot, some killed, kids have been killed, burned, dogs always getting shot. Why are they doing that? Even a study of Nazi Germany, which I do in my book, Battlefield America, The War on the American People, shows the Nazis didn't even do that. They worked with snitches, and we're finding that to be true in our country as well, people reporting other people. So we're seeing a new phenomenon here. So what are we dealing with? A recent Princeton University study in conjunction with Northwestern University concluded, a very detailed study, that what we live in this country is what's called an oligarchy. And the study concludes that the average American has virtually no input on the national level. Who has an input? What do you think? Large corporate interests, the people that go in and out of the White House. There are 25 lobbyists, corporate lobbyists, per representative. So who's controlling things today? Large moneyed interests. That's why you're seeing $4.5 billion worth of military equipment flowing to local police in our country. I mean, handed out by the Department of Homeland Security. What in the world does the state of Florida need 36 grenade launchers for and 40 mine-resistant armor protection vehicles? Why does the state of Texas need 70-some mine-resistant armor protection vehicles used, by the way, in foreign wars by the American troops? Why do they need those? And in Texas, $24.3 million worth of Black Hawk helicopters and other aircraft to fight wars with. So the question is, what's being anticipated here? At the same time, we have to understand this. The statistics show, these are FBI statistics, that crime in America, violent crime, is at a 40-year low. Police officers getting shot in the line of duty is at a 50-year low. So, what are we looking at here, and what do we need to do? Well, first of all, I'm telling people, if you want to change this country now, my opinion is we don't have much longer. We're in a transition period now. In fact, history shows that when you see armed governments and violence toward the citizenry, it's a transition phase into a totalitarian regime, or let's put authoritarian regime. But I would say totalitarian because the NSA, all the intelligence agencies know everything we're doing electronically from your bank records. The local police have stingray devices in their cars. They drive by your home and download everything that's on your cell phone, and they track you for the rest of your life. So we're going to be dealing with a totalitarian government. What can we do? I'm telling people to get involved in their local governments. And I'm not saying just get involved. If your local government is not responding to what the federal government's doing, sending troops into your local neighborhood, your local government's not resisting the National Defense Authorization Act, which allows the president to label someone an extremist, have the military come in and remove them and put them in a detention camp where they can't see their lawyer or families. Two states have actually said that we're not going to follow that. We're nullifying that. We're not going to let our police work with the federal government in doing that. So changes can be made. I often say three of the most beautiful words in the English language are this: we the people. Where does that come from? The United States Constitution. We are the government. So if you want to see change, I'd say get down to your local governing bodies, get them active, and start saying no to some of these programs. That's what democracy is all about. So, as I often say, folks, the future of freedom is up to you. For more information about the Rutherford Institute, visit us at www.rutherford.org.